that way. But there's also, I put on my metrics glasses, all my analytics glasses for all those nerds out there.
The Thomas Bryant jockstrap, get him out of here.
How does that not indicate to you, like, hey, sometimes, like, these prospects are awesome?
Donald, get back. They snatched that chain, boy. Get back. What's y'all gonna do about it? Popeye snatched that chain. Get back. We want that snack wrap. They got 3 flavors. Y'all got 1. Get back.
Want to start your Friday? Forgot to mute myself. Hey, everybody. Welcome into the Big Factor here on the Big Play Sports Network, presented by FanDuel. Ryan, Tyler, Jack O'Rourke, Nick Padone, Rob Watson. Today is Friday, November 14th, 2025. Good morning, gentlemen. I am pretty tired today.
Yeah, man. I fell asleep last night after that Cavs game. Like Thursday Night Football, just honestly, these primetime games have just been these primetime games have been like you could sleep through them and just check the score when you get up in the morning.
What was last Thursday, like 10-7 or some shit like that?
I'm not usually like that. Like I'll usually, I got a parlay in, I'll stay up, but that Cavs game last night was so bad that I passed out on the couch, and the next thing I knew, I woke up and the football game was like the end of the third quarter. I was like, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah. For the second week in a row, I'm still surviving in King of the Hill. I picked the Patriots this week, just like I picked the Broncos last week. 2 awful football games again. I mean, it was nice to watch Drake May. He's a great quarterback. It makes me sad that every team could just find a quarterback but us. But Jets, terrible team. Like Justin Fields literally dropped a snap and then stared at the ball for 4 seconds, and the Patriots got it. It was nasty football. And then the Cavs game was not great either. But.
Yeah, I stayed up till 1 a.m. and watched my team lose to the fucking Sharks. So.
Rob, I was thinking about this because you just talked about the Browns, everybody getting a quarterback, and I was just thinking about this literally on my drive to work today. Like, Deshaun Watson failure. Okay, we know that. Baker Mayfield was the quarterback he drafted in the first round, and all things considered, the most successful Browns quarterback in my lifetime, at least. So we can say that
Easily.
But like before that, the quarterbacks that you drafted in the first round are who? Like
Brady Quinn? Was he a first-round pick?
Brady Quinn was the first
Johnny
rounder.
Manziel.
Whedon.
So, like, I'm just thinking, and I had this thought process, right? The only quarterback, and I wasn't in the weeds in the NFL back then, don't get me wrong, I wasn't that old, but, like, the only quarterback that you drafted that I thought that kind of makes sense was Baker. Like, Brandon Whedon, old as shit. Johnny Manziel, a head case. You knew that was going to happen, odds are. Like, what quarterback, like, you look at guys like Drake May. He was tall, he's big, a strong arm. Like, he was bound to work out. And no, granted, if you come to Cleveland, it wouldn't work out. But it's like, I was just thinking, I don't know what your guys' thoughts on this. I was thinking about this. Like, we take the only quarterback that I thought we took that actually was supposed to be good, and he was for point was bigger. Like, you knew Brandon Whedon was probably going to be ass.
We were
Johnny Manziel
that was
probably
like,
going to be
I
ass.
remember being like 10 years old.
And then all the other quarterbacks, Sean Kaiser, Cody Kessler, like, all these guys were late round picks.
I can only think of the Quinn
and
one.
then you tried to
where
trade
people
for a quarterback,
were
and it blew
on
up in your face.
Because
like,
a lot of them were bad.
we
But
didn't-
Brady, everyone was sold, but then he had a contract dispute, so he wasn't the starter. And then it was.
So it's like my point being is this year's draft, if we do get a Ty Simpson or Fernando Mendoza, like, it kind of made me more optimistic. Like, that's the only one that, like, they should work out. Now it's Cleveland, so anything can happen, and it's all about development, but it made me, like, excited.
And how many of those guys haven't worked out, though? Because, like, for as many of the Drake Mays that there are also equal and opposite Sam Darnolds that had the crash and burn. There are also Mac Jones, like,
but again,
Trey Lance.
But again, what we're seeing, like,
I still believe in Trey
I still
Lance
do. And and injuries were a big part in that. But, like,
There was a Trey Lance.
you brought up
Gabriel
Sam
crash
Darnold,
out.
but, like, that's clearly now we see that's an organizational issue. Sam Darnold's playing like a top 5 quarterback in the
Maybe
NFL
like a
right now.
Zach Wilson, Josh Rosen. Those were bad guys that were top 5. But
There's definitely
the talent is you got a much
Tyler.
better shot if you're taking a guy in the
But
top
think about
5.
every quarterback like we've drafted in the first round since we've been alive. Has been like I don't have it up with me right now,
They're
but
like end of round, mid to late round.
Tim
picks.
Couch, I don't
Yeah,
know.
because I think all of them were 22, right? The first 3.
something like that.
I don't know. It just made me happy. Like if we get a Fernando Mendoza or Ty Simpson,
I only
a
think
guy
it's-
that's actually built to play the position.
when we took Baker, that was a stacked quarterback class. They're saying quite literally the opposite about this year. But if you get the best guy, you get the best guy. But I'll take my shots with the number 1 pick over us trying to get some dude in the 3rd round.
Could I say, too, I'm so done. I'm so done with the stacked quarterback class versus not stacked quarterback. Because, like, last year, everybody said, well, this year was going to be the year to take the quarterback. So the Browns used their mulligan. They couldn't trade up for Cam Ward, who hasn't even really looked that good. So and then, like, what? Then in 2027, when CJ Carr, Jack, cover your ears, isn't actually that good and Jordan Mailata falls off a cliff, then we're going to go, well, it's actually 2028 is really the good quarterback class. Like, at some point, you got to just stop playing that game and just take somebody.
Oh, I'm not saying don't take anyone. I'm just saying that they've they've said the last 2 years have been bad classes. I feel like I trust them to that degree because when there's at least one guy, they do glaze and they will say generational guy this, generational guy that. You're looking at the one I'm talking about with Baker. That could be 3 guys that are like Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
So you know, for an organization that hasn't been able to find a quarterback, and I love Baker, but it is what it is at that point. Probably wasn't going to work out here. We know that. We don't need to revisit that. Like for a team that's been horrible and has needed a quarterback since '99, you've only taken 5 first-round quarterbacks.
No, we love the third, second round
Why?
guys. I don't like Deshaun Kaisers, the Kesslers,
Tim
the
Couch,
Gabriels.
first overall in 1999. Now, was he supposed to be good? I wasn't alive. I don't know.
He was.
We
He was
passed
supposed
up
to
on
be
get
Donovan
first overall if you're not
McNabb. I can
supposed to be
tell you
good.
that.
And
bro.
again,
They weren't even going to take McNabb. Wasn't even on their draft.
There's a lot of times in my life
And
there's
again,
been
it's
a
like
different quarterback I wanted that we didn't
99, you were just coming back. You probably needed to figure your shit
get.
out.
Let me hear who
Okay.
some of these other guys were in these other
Then
drafts.
Brady Quinn, 22nd overall, 2007. Again, I was 6 years old. I don't know. Was he supposed to be the truth?
They were glazing.
He was gross
They were
in college.
glazing.
But again, that's 22nd overall. Like this isn't like.
But then he ended up. Derek Anderson had a great year because he missed the whole. He sat out the whole thing.
Charlie
of the
Fry was
contract
there for a
dispute.
week and got traded.
Yeah.
And Brandon Whedon, 22nd overall in 2012.
Everyone
You
knew that
drafted
was
a
a
senior
bad
citizen.
I think we were young and we all knew, like, why did we just draft a 28-year-old?
I'll
That
never
doesn't make
forget.
sense.
I've told
Who
this.
else was in that draft? I think there was
And then
another
it's just
quarterback.
I've
Johnny
told
and
this-
Baker.
I've
like,
told this
why
story-
don't it's maddening for a team that hasn't had a quarterback. You think like,
I gotta look back.
oh,
at
let's
that
go
week.
figure that
looking
out
around.
because that's clearly the only thing that matters. And without one, we're obsolete.
I've told this story on air before. Brandon Whedon, like draft is on a Thursday, so you had school the next morning. I was sleeping and like I stayed up because they had they had 2 picks. So their first pick.
I remember how it worked now because we had the chance to trade up and we didn't do it. Or we stayed pat and then we
Right.
took Trent Richardson.
Right.
We could have traded up and got Robert Griffin or Andrew Luck.
Right.
Well, the Colts weren't going to trade. But we
So
could've
I
got
watched the
RG3.
Russ
Trent
won the third
Richardson
round that
pick,
year.
and then I went to sleep. My parents made me
Actually
go to
liked
sleep,
Russ, too.
and then my
Oddly
dad came
enough.
into my room and woke me up, like and it was a school night. I was in middle school, and he's like, I think the Browns just drafted a veteran quarterback. If you want to come out and see what they're talking
That's
about.
again, they knew better than everybody else.
Kirk also was that draft, too.
All right, quarterbacks drafted by the Cleveland Browns since 1999. Tim Couch, and I'll get these. So this is going by like round.
You could hate me, but I did really want Derek Carr over Manziel. But we
First
did what
round
we did.
quarterbacks they
did
drafted
too.
since '99. Tim Couch, Baker Mayfield,
And Teddy.
Brady Quinn, Brandon Whedon, Johnny
Bridgewater.
Manziel. The only second round quarterback they've drafted since '99,
Kaiser?
Deshaun Kaiser. They've drafted 3 third-rounders: Charlie Fry, Colt McCoy, Cody Kessler. They drafted 1 fourth-rounder, Luke
They
McCown.
used to glaze Fry too back.
Oh,
in the
excuse
day.
me. Now we can add
People used to
we
come
can
to the
add Dylan
stadium
Gabriel to
dressed
that
as
list.
fries.
And then Luke McCown, a 4th-round pick, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, and Shador Sanders, 5th-round picks, and Spurgeon Wynn in 2000.
My coach Spurgeon win.
It's like it's simple. No wonder they're dog shit.
Same thing with receivers. You could go through. You don't give resources to a position, you won't get young talent. We always ask, "Where's our Jamar Chase? Where's our Justin Jefferson? Where's our game-changing receiver? Where's our quarterback that's a winner?" Well, usually not laying around in the 3rd round when you're shopping on the scrap heap. But
See, that makes me, Rob. This makes me think. Like I was all about your idea of just drafting like a tackle or wide receiver and getting. A quarterback
I've
later.
switched on.
I
that
have
too, by
after
the way.
reading this and thinking about it. Like it's hitting you in the fucking face. Just take it.
I told you it would be beautiful if somehow we put Bro in the game, which less and less I'm starting to think we're going to get a good enough look at him, and we're just going to have to draft a quarterback. It would be great if we didn't need a quarterback, but we obviously do because they're not going to play him.
And
enough
here's
for
the
us
thing.
for us to seriously say we can't draft a guy if they really like one of these dudes, because we're probably going to have our pick. We might have the
Right.
number 1 pick in the draft. We might have it.
So like, say Mendoza stinks. In 2 or 3 years, you go right back to the well and you do the same thing
know.
because you're gonna have a good
That's my
draft
point.
pick.
That's my
We'll,
point.
we'll
That's
stay
why.
trash.
Like,
We might be able to do it the year after.
Right. The Cardinals did that with Rosen.
Yeah.
Rosen was so bad that they had the number 1
We're
overall
always
pick.
we get stuck in it, and we got to wait it out. We
I
got to
don't
do
know
this.
how
We gotta
Rosen
do
was
that.
bad
Like,
after the mini
just
pool.
move on. We're the team
I
of
thought-
sticking on a trash
Like, just
mistake.
do it till you. That was
yeah,
my
bro.
point. I
Like
had
we're
this
the team
epiphany.
of just letting
Like,
it linger.
For a team that's been
It's
the worst,
nasty, bro.
For a team that's been the worst in the entire NFL since they've come back in 1999, they've only spent 4 first-round picks on the most important position in all of sports.
Because they know, bro. They knew Charlie Fry out of Akron in the 3rd round was him out the MAC in 06.
The
or
other
whenever
piece
we
of
took
this
him.
too, like if you really want to roll up the sleeves, when Baker ruined Christmas, like you probably should have been looking at Kenny Pickett more so than Deshaun Watson.
Who is that?
This is Josh
Josh
Rosen's
Rosen, the
mini
hot-
pool in his dorm
That's
room
a hot
from when he
tub.
was at
That's an inflatable hot tub.
Is he wearing pants?
in
Can
his
we show
dorm
that
room
on
at
the show?
UCLA.
Yeah, he's wearing pants.
That
that was a
believe he didn't
well-traveled
work
photo.
out. Cannot believe he didn't work out.
Oh man, like this is like pissing me off.
That's
How do you only draft 4 quarterbacks? and I sit here and wonder why it's never worked out for the Cleveland Browns. So let me ask you this: were all the Browns GMs before Andrew Berry dog shit, and it just happens that Andrew Berry thinks he's smarter than everybody else?
No, they were all
John
dog,
Dorsey
and
was
they
pretty
all
good.
and they all thought, well, yeah, outside of him, and they all thought they were smarter than everyone else. I remember being like 8 years old or however young I was, just like obvious things. They were making the smart pick over the easy pick, like the football guy. Like
Barkevius
what
Mingo.
year was it? I was like 12, and we picked Leon McFadden, a pick before Tyrann Mathieu, and I was begging them to draft him. Like, never heard of Leon McFadden. Probably played like 3 years in the NFL. Same thing. We're picking We're trading down and trading Barkevius Mingo instead of taking Julio Jones when he's right there. Like, stuff like that.
Did you ever when they
every
pitched us that
single
Mike
year,
Holmgren was going to bring like 10 Super Bowls to Cleveland?
He was like our GM.
Yeah,
Or
he
so-
just had,
so
he just
Ryan,
had to find his Brett
Didn't he
Favre.
get fired for some sexual shit?
I don't think so.
Ryan,
him
to your
and
point,
Banner?
so,
Pretty sure
so
he did.
Andrew Berry's the GM right now, but to your point, John Dorsey was a good GM. I think it's fair to say. I know the Freddie Kitchens hire definitely is what.
Well, if
cost
only
him the
they
job.
gave him the opportunity to make as many mistakes as Andrew, who knows where we'd be.
Sashi Brown,
Garbage.
we know what that was. He was an attorney
Strategic
that
tank.
never had any, football
He set up
experience.
Dorsey. He set up Dorsey.
And he set up Dorsey. Ray Farmer. This is an
Garbage.
interesting one because they fired Mike Lombardi after 1 year, and Lombardi did all of the draft prep for Ray Farmer, and then Lombardi and Joe Banner told Jimmy Haslam, this guy, Farmer was the assistant GM then. They said, this guy's not ready to be a GM. Didn't matter. They hired him on short notice, had his first draft, which ultimately got pushed out of the way. They didn't even have Manziel. They had Manziel on the draft board, guys, with a big red X through his name. They were after Derek Carr. They were
And
after
Teddy
Teddy
Bridgewater.
Bridgewater.
It was
And
the
they
safe
wound
guys.
up with Johnny Manziel.
He's going to have to go back to 08 to find the last good GM.
So
Phil
it-
Savage was the last dude I remember who
Yeah,
did anything.
Tom
noteworthy.
Heckert, George Kokotis,
Like,
Phil Savage, Butch Davis. They brought him in to do the Bill Belichick where you're going to be the head coach and the GM. It just really hasn't
Phil
worked.
Savage had a time, but I forgot what it was. It was a crazy story because they could never figure out why they fired him. We had that 10-win season. They
Maybe that's what I'm
disappointed.
thinking of. That
They
'cause
disappointed the next
there
year.
was some GM that got fired for super suspicious.
There was a
reasons.
lot of like. It's a crazy story. I remember reading a Reddit thread about
Yeah,
it. A lot
confirmed
of theories.
not Mike Holmgren. I
But
Googled that.
if he looks up Phil Savage, he'll probably find it. But
All right,
yeah.
well, to our point, we just went to the quarterbacks. All right, I'm going to read you a list of all the Browns wide receivers they've drafted since 2000. Dennis Northcutt in the
oh
second round.
my boy, Northcutt was solid. Though.
Jawan Dawson
Don't know who
in the
that is.
third round, and that was 2000. We go to 2001. I could do this all day. Morgan Quincy in the second round.
No idea. Oh, Quincy Morgan.
Or excuse me, I'm reading
There
last
we
names
go,
first.
Quincy Morgan.
Andre King in the seventh,
Don't know
2002.
who that
Andre
is.
Davis. And
Andre Davis was solid for a time. I think he had a 1,000-yard year.
no receivers drafted in 2003. No receivers drafted in 2004.
Braylon
2005.
Edwards is coming soon.
Braylon
Yeah,
Edwards
with like the third pick.
with the third pick in the 2005.
We spent like
NFL
a
draft.
fourth overall pick on Kellen
2006.
Winslow Sr.
More
or
bargain
junior,
bin. Travis Wilson, third round. Anybody?
too. No.
2007. Cindric Steptoe
Who I forgot about, bro.
in the seventh
He
round.
was supposed to be like a it'll come to me. I'll tell you. He was like a gadget type player. bro.
2008, sixth round. Paul Hubbard.
Ugh.
2009. Wow, 2 second-round receivers.
Muhammad Massaquoi and Rabisky.
and Brian
Yeah.
Rabisky.
Yeah, my boys, bro.
All right, now we can get to more recent stuff going to the 2010s.
And they were actually decent.
They were okay.
See,
They
like,
never had a quarterback though. I
20
liked both those picks at the time.
Sixth
Rabisky
round
and
pick in
Massaquoi.
2010, Carlton Mitchell.
Oh, forgot about
all time.
2011,
man.
second round pick, Greg Little.
Would you mind if I interrupted you real quick, Ryan? I do have the reason for one of the possible reasons that led to Phil Savage being fired.
Okay.
So in that 08 year when the Browns were struggling, they went up to Buffalo and got a win, but some fans somehow got hold of Phil Savage's email and they were going back and forth about how like bad the Browns were that year compared to the 10-6 season the year before. And so the Browns win the game. The guy, Phil Savage, emails the fan back after the game, go root for Buffalo, fuck you. And that was one of the last
type
things
guy I
he did.
need is my GM.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. Type
seriously.
guy I need.
Instead of these zombies
Mess
that are
with it.
emotionless.
That's with it.
2012, fourth round, Benjamin Travis.
Travis Benjamin.
2013, no wide receivers drafted. I'm going to start doing that now on purpose. 2014, no wide receivers drafted. 2015, fourth round, the only wide receiver drafted in that, Vince Mailey. 2016.
Higgins coming up soon.
Corey Coleman, an absolute bust. Ricardo Lewis in the 4th round.
Ricardo Lewis,
and
the
Rashard
Auburn
Higgins
GOAT.
in the 5th round. 2017, now we're getting to Dorsey and Andrew Berry.
Callaway,
no wide receivers
Radley.
drafted in the 2017 draft. One wide receiver taken in the 2018 draft. That's Antonio Callaway. No wide receivers taken in the 2019 draft. So now we're going to Andrew Berry in 2020. One wide receiver, the 6th round, Donovan Peoples-Jones. 2021, Anthony Schwartz, only wide receiver drafted. 2022, Michael Woods and David Bell. And then 2023, Cedric Tillman was your first pick in that draft.
My GOAT.
2024, Jamari Thrash. And then 2025, no wide receivers taken. So it's bargain bin.
Yeah. Cedric Tillman not bad though. I still believe just a little teensy bit, but that's why our offense has been trash. We don't pick good players. Pretty simple, and we don't sign good players either.
All right. I got to tell everybody about Garage Beer. Garage Beer comes in just 2 flavors, classic light lager as well as that classic lime. No frills, no bitterness, no IPAs. It's just beer-flavored beer. Scan the QR code now or go get their website. Visit drinkgaragebeer.com and find local retailers who sell Garage Beer near you. Again, that's drinkgaragebeer.com. All right, let's flip over. Done talking about the Browns, at least for a little bit. Cleveland Cavaliers last night, they lose 126-113 to the Toronto Raptors in Cleveland. That's the most points Cleveland has allowed all season in regulation. Donovan Mitchell finished with a game-high 31 points, but rather inefficient 7 for 18 shooting, 2 for 9 from 3. Evan Mobley, quiet nights, just 7.6 rebounds, 3 assists for the Raptors. Scotty Barnes keeps snatching Evan Mobley's chain, 28 points. Emmanuel Quickly, 25 points, led the charge for the Raptors. Are we concerned about our Cleveland Cavaliers? Rob, I'll start with you.
Yeah. The team, and I was so happy a week ago because when Darius Garland came back, it all seemed to fall back into place, and it's really clear he is the heart and soul of the offense and just the team looking the way that it does, where it's just so fluid all the time, and they're getting great shots. You got that great ball movement. He gets the bigs involved. If he's not going to be a part of the team, I don't see how they win a championship or really advance anyway, because it all is so clunky without him. It's clearly built for the team to succeed when he is there and to be around him, and just when he's gone, it just doesn't look good. Like, we had a lineup out there last night. I think it was Ball, Mitchell, Naquan Tomlin at the 3.
Who?
Mobley and Allen. Yes, Naquan Tomlin, who had a good game last night. Yeah, that's two good games in a row. 2 good games in a row. And I mean, Craig Porter's solid, but Darius Garland is the ignition. Like, he's the engine of the machine. You need him out there, and when he's hurt or when he's not 100%, it just does not look the same. And if that's going to be the case, in which I think it might, because if the toe's already hurt again after surgery, it might be something that just never goes away for this guy. And that if that's the case, like, it's looking bad for the Cavs, in my opinion. Never going to be able to reach our full potential without him.
Nick, are you worried about our Cleveland Cavaliers?
I want to say yeah, because they're showing some bad habits, but at the same time, you can't say that the regular season doesn't matter, but then absolutely overreact to every game where Darius Garland, Max Strus aren't even on the court. So, you're supposed to be bad teams like the Raptors, but you were just undermanned and got a really big win the other night when you were 8.5-point underdogs in Miami or whatever the line closed at. So, I don't know. I definitely don't like that Mobley seemingly is getting bullied around by inferior opponents. You do see some bad habits that creep in every playoff time, but I don't know how much you're allowed to really be worried about the Cavs, because the regular season, we've all said it is what it is, and I think that's why you see them being extra cautious with Darius's toe and all this stuff. They really know that it just doesn't matter a whole lot.
My cause for concern is just the big picture that he came back and he played 3 games and his toes hurt again. So when we got to play 3 games in a week, every week, until we get to try to get a trophy, and if he's not going to be able to do that, that's a terrible look. And at some point, I know for it to work how they want it to work, he's got to be out there. When he's playing, that's when Jared Allen's at his best. That's when Evan Mobley's at his best. It's when we could push all the people down. We got that true depth. Then you can bring Merrill and Ball off the bench. It works out perfectly how it does in those ways. But when he's not there, I don't love it as much. They're still a good team, but they're not a great team in my opinion when he's not there.
Well, Cavaliers now 4th in the Eastern Conference, tied with the Hawks at 8-5. Pistons still number 1, 10-2. Knicks 7-4. 76ers 7-4.
We'd be a play-in team in the West.
I mean, how long did it take for the Cleveland to get 5 losses last year?
Long time, man. Very long time. We'll be good though because it's the East. Thank goodness we're not a Western Conference roster, man. It would be spooky.
All right. Well, we're going back to our Browns, unfortunately, guys. I'm sorry, I know, but we have to do it. Paul DePodesta yesterday was asked in a Rockies interview about his failure of the Deshaun Watson trade, and I'll let him say what he has to say.
Paul, Scotty Gange, 9 News. Welcome to Denver. In your last position in Cleveland, you received a lot of blame for the Deshaun Watson trade that objectively was a failure with that organization. Is that fair? And if so, how can you be assured that you won't do something like that again here now in Colorado?
The previous question was about big swings, huh?
Risk.
Yeah. I was also calling plays for the Browns, and no. Look, and I've said this before, I think whenever you have a significant player decision, whether it's a trade, big free agent signing, number 1 draft pick, whatever it is, like those are organizational decisions. Right? Those are done collaboratively, like a lot of people on board. And if you're a senior leader of that organization at that time, then you own that decision. I mean, you do. We all do. So that's the way I feel about that. And it's the way I feel about sort of almost all the decisions we made there in Cleveland. I absolutely, own them all. And look, I've said this now for probably 25 plus years. Like, I lost my no-hitter a long time ago. Like a long, long time ago. Like I'm not perfect. I haven't been perfect. I won't be perfect going forward. Like we are definitely going to miss again. But hopefully we learn from that, and we learn from both the successes and the failures. And we get better the next time we need to make a significant decision. And I do feel like I've been able to do that through the course of my career. I feel confident that I'm a lot better today than I was 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, or 20 years ago. And I hope 5 years from now I'm a lot better than I am sitting here today.
He said he was joking around and said he also calls plays for the Cleveland Browns. Was that a shot at Kevin Stefanski?
I don't think so when I first heard that clip, I didn't really take it as a shot at Kevin Stefanski, but then everybody was saying that it was a shot at Kevin Stefanski. So I put it out there and I was like, is this a shot at Kevin Stefanski? And as things go on the internet, it was about a 50-50 split. I don't really think it was. I think it was more so a shot at the conspiracies that like Kevin Stefanski had to get his game plan approved by Paul DePodesta and all of this stuff. But regardless, like it is just whether it was a shot or not, we don't really need your smug arrogance, Paul. Like, you have 100 career losses during your time with the Browns in less than 10 years. Like, I forgot that Paul DePodesta was a comedian because I never saw him in Cleveland because he worked out of San Diego. Like, if I was at that Colorado Rockies presser, that would have been my question. Hey, Paul, are you going to live here in Denver? Or are you going to zoom in from La Jolla for every decision that has to be made? So I'm so sick of the smug arrogance from DePodesta, from Stefanski, from Barry. They all have it because they're all Ivy League guys that think that their shit doesn't stink, and it's just frustrating.
Oh, man.
The GOATs, man. I think he was just joking, but not the time to joke. No one wants to hear the guy that, could have possibly played a part in, some of the worst we've seen out of the team in our lifetime joking around about it. But it is what it is, man. He's got a new job, so now he could go either be great or ruin the Rockies, too. I think the Rockies
Jack,
are
is he going to turn
ruined.
him around?
The Colorado Rockies? No.
At least
Absolutely
it's a sporty
not.
no.
I mean, yeah, I think
Yeah,
I
we were
really
gonna play the thing where
really
he said
I think the biggest thing
was
about
new.
him
I don't know
is
anything about football.
he's a Jonah Hill merchant. That's just what he is at the end of the day. Like he was portrayed very well in the movie. It got him he was a fan. Like people forget, like he went off of Moneyball and landed flat on his fucking face as
Moneyball
the
didn't
work.
work.
Well, and it also
It's
didn't
the
work.
end of the movie. You gotta
And,
stay
like,
tuned to the end of the movie.
You know
They
what else
lose.
happens? They don't even say in the movie. They had the fucking MVP winner Miguel Tejada, who's not in the movie. They had Barry Zito. They had Tim Hudson. Like, that team was ridiculous outside of, like, the little Scott Hatteberg moves they made around the edges. He went to go be the Dodgers GM right after. He didn't even make it 2 years there. Like, the guy is not a genius.
Jeez.
He's a Jonah Hill merchant.
Talk to him. Jeez.
Jonah Hill, great actor.
By the way, fucking phenomenal actor.
I mean, when are we going to get to the game that we got to play?
No,
on
we're not.
Sunday?
Skip.
I don't even.
Skip.
So,
Skip.
like, it's like, what's the point of even talking about the Browns-Ravens game?
There is none. What's the point of turning it on?
Kyle
That's
Hamilton
why tickets are.
interception.
You could get a
Second
biggie
half,
bag.
Kyle Hamilton
Sanders
interception.
is jogging into the football game.
I don't
That's
think
the
that
other-
he is.
It'll be Zappy.
We've just become so
I'd laugh
His back
so
will flare
hard.
up on Saturday, and it'll be Zappy.
apathetic about the Cleveland Browns.
If
It's
Kevin
sad.
pulled that, bro, like I'm telling, the booze in there would be. It would
I'll be honest.
insane.
I had a little bit of a revelation, and I think I'll end up being wrong about this, and I hope that I am. This Ravens game to me kind of smells like quit game, just because like I think as an organization,
Why would you be wrong about
Yeah,
that?
hey, that's a very sick. No,
This
continue.
smells like 56.
Don't preface that. You're correct.
Because like every
They're gonna roll over.
every year the Browns do find a way to win a game that they had no business winning. Like we were all
Packers,
there.
it already happened.
We got that already.
Yeah, but we were all at the game last year where they beat the Ravens in Cleveland, and it was a weird
So
game.
where's
they were,
our Jameis
They were
Winston?
dropping interceptions, and I get Jameis Winston ain't
And
walking
Dylan's
through
already
that door.
out of interception drop luck. You should have
he's
about
used up
8
so
right
much.
But this feels to me like we all know the offense is a joke, and
you picking
Baltimore's
Browns?
huh?
You picking Browns?
No,
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
picking Browns. I'm saying quite the opposite. Like Baltimore's defense is like really bounced back here in the last
Healthy.
couple
They
of
gotten
weeks.
healthy.
Yeah, they're getting healthy. Like this feels to me like if the Browns can't get a couple like first downs, I'm not talking about touchdowns. I'm
down.
talking about first downs.
I'm saying this could be one
early
of
in
those
the
games
game.
where we don't even get into opponent territory.
Yeah, and then the defense just says
game?
you know what, I'm done too. like this,
All of a
like,
sudden,
this-
the last
people are
time he
whipping
played the
off
Ravens.
and
field.
all of a sudden, it's Baltimore Ravens 100, Cleveland Browns 3. Like it has quit game written all over it. And I've been saying all year, like I don't think that they're gonna fire Kevin mid-season and all this stuff. But for some
What if he
reason,
walks out?
For
No one's talked
some
about
reason,
that.
I can't shake is that like if
He'd
they
never
if
work
they
again
quit
if he walked out.
if they quit on Sunday, I don't know. Things get weird on Monday because
if he
I
pulls
just
an AB?
I have a weird feeling that they just quit.
Like, do you think this whole not firing Stefanski thing is like he's when I say he, Jimmy Haslam is just like truly trying to bridge that gap to Brook Park? So he's like, what if I fire Kevin? I hire somebody that fails again.
Wait, when's Brook
And then,
Park scheduled?
2029.
2021.
You can go through another coaching tenure in
So
3
3
years.
more years
Yeah.
of Stefanski, really?
No, I'm saying
No,
you could pick a new guy and fire him before you even get to the dome.
It's you know what? I
think
feel
Ja-
bad for you because you're always trying to rationalize it, and I think you're thinking harder than the people who are in the building getting paid to make the decision.
I think it's as
and
simple.
I feel like it really makes you mad, and I'm sorry. 'cause
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting there and I'm watching the Patriots, who were absolute fucking garbage last year. Gerard Mayo, a complete failure of a hire. Bill Belichick, the greatest coach of all time. What you transition through that, you have one down year, a couple with Bill, but like then you hire Mike Vrabel, who was in the Browns building, and they didn't even offer him a role. Like
Because Kevin's that guy.
you drafted a first round quarterback smartly in Drake May. You let him develop a little bit. Then he starts and he's the
And then
MVP
Vrabel
fucking
did- then
favorite.
Vrabel
Ryan, you're
dissed
trying to
you.
The
rationalize
MVP
with
favorite.
you're trying to rationalize with irrational
Morons, yeah.
people.
You know what's crazy is I think Jimmy finally them finally bringing in a good coach made him think that everything he was doing before was wrong. But what coach did we have before Kevin that went on to do anything after we got rid of him? He was right to quick hire, quick fire because all those dudes were garbage. So now that we got a decent guy where it's like it made you think about it, all of a sudden we think
OC in the Big 12.
we can't
You
like
know what
let
they are?
anyone
Kevin
go.
Stefanski is like
He should be fired,
he's
and
like,
then
he's like fat pants.
huh?
If
Who?
fat pants. You keep around your pair of fat pants. That's like a thing.
Oh, okay. I was trying. I thought you were like talking about
Because
a
you never know
person.
when you might have to break them out again. He's like fat
I
pants.
was like, what?
You just gotta realize, like, you don't need the fat pants anymore. Just
And then if the next guy sucks, fire him after a year. I don't care. Just keep going. We gotta go again until we get the next guy. I'm not the dude that's gonna sit here and say we gotta give trash all this time because it might turn into a diamond. Sometimes shit is just shit. I said it on the like shit and poop. Same thing.
Well, and
bro.
it is rare. And to this point, like usually when you're on the hot, like Kevin Stefanski been on a hot seat now for 2 years. Like usually you don't like reclaim yourself and all of a sudden become a really good coach in that same environment. You know, like he could
It's
get
gotta be
fired
elsewhere
and
for
go
that
be
guy,
a good
bro.
coach somewhere else. But like going into next year. He's not going to be able to take the offense over again because you just handed
Just
it
watched
off
you
to-
give it off twice, bro. Twice. And every time I'm watching more points magically pop up on the board.
if you're Jimmy Haslam, don't you?
Regard-
He's really
like-
bad, guys.
like,
He's
bro.
a bad coach. Like he right now, and we've seen him coach good football. I'm not trying to say that we haven't, but present day, he's a bad coach.
He might even be an okay coach, but the culture for him now is gone. But what's true is he's now a very bad play caller, and he needs to give that up forever. And that is what ultimately is just like really gotten us mad. Is he was always trying to do both. He's got to go somewhere and just probably stick to being a head coach or go back to just being a play caller. But it's old for him here. It's old.
How old is Uncle Jimmy?
I mean,
Early
Do
70s.
you want Jimmy gone? Do you want to put up with
71.
his son?
No, I'm just
This is son-in-law.
Yeah,
like if
my
you're
fault.
that family, everybody in Cleveland fucking hates you.
I mean, but Do they
Don't you get tired of
Do
that?
they live here?
No, but don't you just at a point think you'd get tired of it and like just want to wash your hands of it?
They don't give a
think
shit.
Jimmy's
I mean, it's
trying
not
to
like
win.
it's not
Yeah,
like
why
they're- it's
would
not like
you
they're going to
care?
fucking Giant Eagle and seeing people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
got
don't- they don't
billions
care.
of
Yeah,
dollars.
they're billionaires. They don't give a shit.
And
They don't
Jimmy's
give a
trying to
shit.
win, but at the end of the day,
That's like
we're
thinking Deshaun gives a fuck. With
He
this.
just
know
got
why?
money
You know
for
why?
his
He's
talent.
got
We
$200 million.
get money
Right.
for him. Like, he doesn't.
If he cared, he'd pay for the stadium himself
Yeah, bro.
as like reparations,
reparations.
for
Every-
what we've suffered through.
He loves it here. He could put out garbage. What? 0
And
and
make
he
a
put
fuck
out
ton
a
of money.
0 and 16
The people here won't
team,
stop supporting.
And the season tickets didn't go down, bro. We kept printing money. Bro, if you can turn a profit with no wins, he's like, shoot. If I stumble into 9 wins every year, and then, bro, I'm gonna do records. I'm gonna do numbers. I'm just like,
And it's
Imagine the Dolan family if they could have the complacency of people going no matter what happened on the field.
yeah,
Be
no,
ridiculous.
you're right.
That's
Like-
what Jimmy has.
Like
people ain't gonna be up there this week, though.
No, it's gonna be a ghost town in
They ain't
there,
gonna be up
dude.
there this week.
It'd-
I
it'd
saw
be
it with
impo- it'd
6
be imp-
buckaroos to get you in the
And
stadium.
it's nice
Half the
weather.
price of
drop.
the box
It's-
combo.
it's-
to
Yeah,
get
no,
you
we
into
can
the
go to-
stadium.
It's gonna be like a
Don's, get a
Chamber
meal.
of Commerce day. It's gonna be 50, partly cloudy.
Nasty
Like
work, man.
and but like
nasty work.
you could never like
Lamar
actually
go
nobody. You know, it's
fast.
not.
Oh, they went back up to 15. Maybe Schur's gonna play the second half.
You guys think right? Like it's definitely not possible to ever be able to organize like a legit boycott.
No.
no.
That's such a shame.
Because I don't even
I
believe
mean-
it's real people that like, you know what I mean? Like some of those are like giveaway tickets, like you said, companies own
Right.
some of those season tickets. Like
Right.
they're gonna get some people in there, but you could get it. Now I've seen games where there was like not a lot of people up there.
I mean, you're gonna see like
like that upper bowl, you'll see it won't. They'll just try their best on TV to make it not look like it. But if someone sends you that picture, you'll see like 2 people spots
Yeah.
spread in that upper.
the
bowl.
reporters.
Then
The reporters.
mid-level bowl a little bit spread, not a lot of people. Then you'll see everyone down here in the lower end. But then really a couple of rows up, it's not a lot because then they're telling people, yeah, you can move down this week because ain't nobody here. It's gonna be looking like a high school state championship game taking place in an NFL stadium, bro. It's bad, man.
They
It's
have
bad.
5 more home games.
What?
We've been on the road like all year.
How many? All right. How many of those games have over 25,000
Soon
people?
as Shador Sanders goes in the game,
Yeah, it'll balloon
it'll be an
back up.
almost sold out crowd.
Yeah.
Quite
It'll
simple.
balloon back
Quite
up.
simply.
So you got to think Jimmy's gonna come in here soon and say,
That's why I'm saying he's
Y'all-
going to start next week.
Right?
I'm
It's gonna
saying
be
it'll be
soon.
Raiders, and then, oh, man, if they beat the Raiders, that next game versus the 49ers.
Yeah, probably a sellout.
Sell
that
out.
Raiders game on the road will be like the new Baker Thursday night Jets game.
Could be. If they actually do it. And I think this is why, and again, a lot of people have been talking about it. Jimmy's going to see, he's going to hear the boos. You're going to see a bunch of Ravens fans. You're going to see not a lot of people at the stadium. Dylan's then again probably going to play awful, and we're going to lose by about 4 scores. He's going to make
It's
the
7
boss
years
call.
ago.
He's going to make the boss call. He's going to say, Kev, you're doing this or I might fire you now.
Right,
And then
right.
that's, you know, if Kev wants to stay
But if
employed
he's like a
through the
high sign
holidays-
from up top,
if he wants to stay employed through the holidays, he'll put Shador in the game, and that'll be what it is, bro. That's where
Otherwise,
we
it'll
are.
be an extended vacation.
I'm trying to think of like the perfect analogy. It's like I'm really bad.
I don't
at-
think I've ever seen anything like this.
No, I definitely
It's
have.
like
Because
beyond
the
a shit
Johnny
show.
thing, we were winning, so that
Right.
everyone messed with Hoyer. This is just I don't know, man. I don't know.
like
who still likes Dylan? Like, or not? Likes is the wrong word because I'm sure he's a very nice person. Like, does anyone still believe in like Dylan
I
Gabriel?
really think the
I've seen
list
no
probably
narratives
starts
anywhere.
and finishes with Kevin Stefanski.
Everyone I feel bad for the kid. The hate is bad. Like we talked about the dude.
It's
top
like
5
Sendejo
worst
in a
throws
way.
of the
It's the
week.
guy who's not
Honorable
supposed to be in the
mention.
position he's in.
The rookie out of Oregon, Dylan Gabriel. I just watched a video of some people naming 56 quarterbacks that they thought were better than Dylan Gabriel, and the back half of the list wasn't even active
former
NFL
Heisman
players.
finalist.
Did you guys see Mel Kiper's franchise quarterback rankings he put out yesterday?
No.
He was below Tyson fucking Bagent.
That's what I'm saying. It's
It was
it's
bad.
rough for bro.
It was
It's-
bad.
It's very rough. It's very rough.
And it's
and
like
it's-
Kevin is
He was
the
next
only
to Nick.
person.
It was Bagent, Dylan Gabriel, Nick Mullins. So like
So
Nick
you-
Mullins was the closest name to him
Nick,
on the
you
list.
truly believe that?
There's
like,
a lot of backup quarterbacks in the NFL.
Nick, you
that
truly
is bad.
believe that like Kevin Stefanski is still so bought in and
I
really
think
believes
so.
like, that
I
is-
think so.
That should be jail time.
No, I genuinely because like listen
gotta
to
When
be
will it
bad.
run out?
Listen
When
to
will it
us
run
and like
out?
Shador.
listen to him talk about him.
He's our
Like,
guy. Yeah, we're gonna
he
keep
won't
improving
even
every
mention
week.
Shador by name.
that has
and-
to be jail time.
But that's what I was saying of this feels like a quit game because I think think everybody else is on par with what we're saying. Everybody
You
else
can't
is
convince me that Kevin Stefanski still truly believes Dylan Gabriel's a good
It's
quarterback.
literally either that or he's saying, I will not push Shedeur Sanders in the
right.
game. under
I
any
would rather
circumstances."
lose my job with this guy
Why
who's
would that ever be the
5'9".
case? But why would that ever
I
be
don't
the
know.
case?
I have no
stubborn,
idea.
bro. I don't know.
Yeah,
I have no clue. But I would rather believe that he just really likes Dylan than he's got a vendetta against this other guy. Is what I would like to believe. But I feel like those are the two options left for why we're still seeing him play.
Right.
Nobody thinks he's every week. I see everyone tear up the stats. Worst quarterback in the league. We're probably about to start seeing him break records for being poor. The PFF rating is like 30s, 40s.
They spent a top 100 draft select.
And
that was
guy
Kevin's
who
guy.
Andrew Berry, who values draft picks like none other, as you should. Like,
What's Nick M and Worry up to in the Big 2-5?
Yeah, Super Bowl teams are drafting special
Yeah, who's
teams,
still playing well?
linebackers,
Yeah,
and
what's
safeties.
Xavier Watts?
Xavier
doing
Watts
in the
is
Big
still
2-5,
playing.
man?
He just got new card men too. They're upgrading him. Oh, they love the
Xavier
kid.
Watts, you know.
I'm like driving myself.
The X Factor.
It's honestly though, it's funny when you think about it, and I wonder if they.
No,
truly-
it's not. It's fucking miserable.
Like, do you think like people like J.W. Johnson and guys like
That's your future owner, buddy.
I know, and guys like, do you think they really think that like we're crazy and we just aren't putting faith in them? For like,
No,
they think they actually.
No,
know-
they think
They
we're all
laugh
morons.
in our faces,
Yeah.
bro. They think we're idiots because we're still paying to watch this, bro.
They're
So
sitting
we
on a
just
pile of
drove
money
into work
laughing.
today to talk about
So
it.
you
for
like,
hours.
so you don't think like they give?
We're getting paid.
They don't
off
give a
it.
fuck about the. They don't give a fuck about the fans. They just know we're so loyal, and they just,
see dollar signs. We're all a bunch of ones and zeros, and
What
we
a piece
keep
of shit,
keep
then.
running it up, bro. It's a business.
piece of
They
shit.
don't give a fuck.
Piece of shit.
Did you see? Did you see? Like he hasn't tweeted since they've won the Packers game.
Yeah,
I can't believe he put that out, man. I
That
still
was
can't
dumb.
believe
That
he put
shit
that
is
out.
wild.
The luckiest win ever. So all the haters quiet today.
There's
Where
nothing
y'all
funnier.
at?
And the haters weren't quiet.
His mentions since have been outrageous. And I was
It's
still
also
hating
like,
because I was like, what am I watching?
How
did we
all
win?
time is it though? Just in general, to know that you have a dog shit organization. You start out the year with two awful losses. You somehow win a game. You know you're still gonna win 3 games. You put out all your shit, then just go in the bunker the rest of the year.
Because
That's
the
ridiculous.
Lions put us out.
Okay, let me ask you this: do you guys think?
Remember Joe Flacco's pick down the sidelines?
Do you guys
You remember
think,
him sliding for a sack?
Do you guys think there's any part
And
of
now
that?
he's Joe Montana.
Do you guys think there's any part of that ownership group that actually feels embarrassed?
Embarrassed?
Maybe like Charles
No,
Woodson.
here's the thing we keep saying. They are sitting on
Charles
top of
Woodson's a
so
Brown
much
guy?
money.
Like the
They don't
former
give a shit.
Packer? The former Michigan
Wolverine.
Heisman
Yeah,
winner?
yeah.
Why is he involved with this?
He just bought in.
He should be
I'm
our
hoping
GM.
I'm hoping he leads the coaching search.
What the hell did he see last year to
Buy
make him buy
low.
in?
Buy
He
low.
probably just stocks, and he's gonna make money on his return because everyone's gonna buy season tickets.
Yeah,
next
I
year.
hope he leads the coaching search.
Yeah.
Seriously,
They should start
to answer your
listening
Fucking
to
make him the coach.
Yeah, to answer your question, I don't think he's involved in the date. Like, all kidding
Probably
aside, like
not.
I think he's like he owns as much of the Browns as Usher owns the Cavs. Like, so I don't think Usher is
I need to
really
start
following
seeing
Evan
Charles
Mobley
Woodson
on.
pop out to the games like Usher was, bro. Usher used to be a staple at them joints, bro. Oh man, that's beautiful, bro.
Oh my god, they should have to answer for their crimes.
They never will, bro.
Does
They-
Usher still own a piece of the Cavs?
I think so. They own it. They don't have to answer.
Do you
for
think
anything.
Miles, if he got traded, would have kept his stock or no?
Usher does. Usher
Do
remains.
you
a
own
minority.
I mean
Yeah, I
you
think so.
you own that shirt? Like if I'm a fan of that shirt and you rip it, like you don't have to answer to me about it. Like it's your shirt, bro. It's my fault for choosing to be a fan of the shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm paying for you to
Well,
wear
it's
it.
like we didn't.
I don't know.
But it's like we didn't choose. We were born here. You know.
I
That's
could
what's
choose
up.
tomorrow to stop the suffering.
But
I
then
could,
you
but
can't,
I'm
though.
ill.
You
I'm
can't-
sick.
you can't- you can't-
Fucking
Mentally.
gluttons for
You
punishment.
can't because you can't lie to yourself and tell you're a fan of.
I'll
another
never
team.
be
You
as
can't lie to
invested in
yourself.
anything else,
Like unless
man.
you underwent like a lobotomy or some type of.
Because I dream of the
hypnosis.
day where they do figure it out and how I might actually shed a tear.
Right? Because like
I'll be
could-
like a 62-year-old
I could
man.
say I'm
bro.
a Bills fan. If they won a Super Bowl, it wouldn't move me.
I do wonder though, like
Wouldn't.
if
It really
you could,
wouldn't. It really wouldn't.
But what if you could get like a psychologist to help you through it? I bet they could.
Like,
I bet you could.
you need hypnosis.
Oh, like-
I think
or
you
like
could
a
probably
lobotomy.
to
do
just
some
completely
hypnosis.
forget, bro,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I ever cheered for this football team. Just
Yeah.
go fall in love with a new
I bet it's
sport.
possible. I bet like they're like Oz the mentalist could
Yeah.
probably like convince us that we're like Steeler fans.
You're a Vikings fan.
Now the vision for me is like I got my kid and then they got a kid and I'm hanging on by a thread and in 2085 the Browns found a way. They found a way.
Nah, I'd still be
Super
sitting
Bowl
in my chair
185.
yelling about Dylan Gabriel. I watched that short SOB. I'm gonna be sitting in
The
my
Browns
chair
are finally
pissed off.
Like, Grandpa, what happened? Deshaun Watson got $230
That's like
million.
the Troy Aikman crying meme.
They're like,
about Dylan
Grandpa,
Gabriel.
everyone gets $230 million now.
God damn it, not guaranteed. Yeah, that's what our kicker's making, Grandpa.
All right, Jack. I know you really want to do this, so I'll run through this and head out of here. NCAA pick'ems. Clemson plays tonight. They're at number 20. Louisville 2.5-point favorite at home.
Oh, I'm going Clemson money line on this one.
Don't
After Louisville's
Well,
loss
good
last
thing
week.
we put Louisville in the parlay, so.
Oh, dear.
I was going to say, I can't
Good
lie.
comms.
gotta wrap
Good
this.
comms. Good comms.
Can't lie like I know
just
anything
go,
about this
Go the
game.
way of the day.
I'll ride,
Nick,
I'll ride
tell
the
us all about
PL.
FanDuel. We'll do our FanDuel parlay of the day and head out of here.
Absolutely, guys.
End of that segment.
Last night was not a good night on FanDuel. Shout out to Evan Mobley for that. But
Shout out to
NBA
Tom
tip-off here,
Izzo and Mark
FanDuel
Martin.
is your home for live betting. So even if you missed the start of the game or you just want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who's going to score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same game parlay for a shot and an even bigger payout. However you want to play, now is the perfect time to join because FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So just visit FanDuel.com/bigplay to sign up today. Play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Must be 21 plus, present in select states, first online real money wager only, $5 first deposit is required. Bonuses are issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All right, Jack. You know what to do, my friend.
Let's do it, baby. All right, we're starting off. We're going with Pitt plus 12.5 against Notre Dame. Then we're going under 45.5 for Oklahoma, Alabama. Big SEC matchup this weekend. A lot of playoff implications going down there. I'm hitting up USC money line at home against Iowa. Iowa, close game last week against Oregon. USC, though, they've been ridiculous scoring points so far this year at home. And then last but not least, guys, you know Jeff Brom doesn't lose on Friday nights, right? Jeff Brom and his Louisville Cardinals at home taking on Clemson. We're going to take the Cards money line in this one. Pitt plus 12.5, under 45.5 Oklahoma, Bama, USC money line, Louisville money line. Let's do it.
Like, guys, we got to do score predictions and everything. Come on, we can't
All right,
do
you
a show
start,
without
Rob.
it.
You start.
Whew.
Dude, I'm trying to find J.W. Johnson's Twitter.
Give me Browns 10, Ravens 42.
Oh.
I say it gets ugly.
Nick?
I'll go Baltimore Ravens 29, Cleveland Browns 12. Weird score.
Okay.
Ravens 24, Browns 3.
I will go Ravens 27, Browns 13. Wait, did somebody say that?
He said something close.
I said
to
24.
Well, I got 29 to 12.
Oh, I like the 12. I like throwing a little curveball.
4 field goals.
Couple field goals.
I love that.
Why
It'll
is
still be like 4 for 6 and miss 2 within 25.
No, we'll score a touchdown.
Yeah.
They'll miss the extra point.
Or-
And then
yeah.
we'll get 2 field goals.
so? Why is J.W. Johnson retweeting like somebody on Twitter? Charles posted.
Parlay music.
I want to see you. He's talking about his troll thing. He said, "I want to see you say that in December when we have double-digit losses and everyone's sitting around me paid $10 for seats and my dumbass paid full price for every game, including preseason garbage." Why would he retweet that?
Because he thought like that was.
He
gonna
thought
be
He
it
like
thinks
was
a-
it's funny.
He thought it was
He
going
thought
to
it
be a
was wrong.
gotcha moment later. But no, like we're leaning into that. So he should probably go unretweet
Holy
that.
shit. They are so fucking stupid. Appreciate everybody tuning in to the Big Factory on the Big Play Sports Network, presented by FanDuel. Shout out Garage Beards. Well, we'll be back Monday, same people, same time. Until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Go Browns to a point, and we'll see you Monday.